3, 2, 1. Excellent, no wheel spin. Oh man, this is awesome. Hi there everyone, welcome to DM Car Reviews. Today we're driving a 2009 Toyota Camry XLE V6 on the channel. I want to say a huge thank you to Abdul over at Patriot Auto Group of Stafford in Stafford, Virginia for providing me this car. I will attach all the dealership's information up top. But let's get this Camry fired up. I gotta say the V6 just starts up so nice and smooth, beautiful. And what makes this car special is that this was actually the first car that I drove to high school. The one that I drove was a 2010 and it was the LE V6. And this is my first time driving the XLE of this specific generation, the pre-2010 model. And while getting here, I have to say I really enjoyed that experience. It doesn't even feel like the LE. But let's go take a look outside. And today's test drive is going to be a little bit different. We're going to do the 0 to 60 test first, just to not heat up the car too much, and then we're going to go do some driving. So that way she's not overheated. This is your classic black XLE. It's kind of like the ES350 in a way. And, you know, haven't driven this for like 5 minutes. I have to say this actually feels really similar to the ES350. At least to the feel. It's just as quiet, just as smooth, very powerful. And for some reason, each different Camry that I drive feels a little bit different to me. Let's go take a look at the rear seat. So here we got soft touch materials. Not sure if this is real wood or not. The leather has held up beautifully over the years, unlike the Accord, where it all rips in many of these same model years. So sitting in the back feels amazing here. Comfortable, I love the incline. Great car to take on road trips. Separate AC system in the back for the passengers. And there's even a sunshade in the back. How neat is that? Look at this. Let's try to put it in there. Boom. Ta-da. Let's keep it that way. I like that. AC is ice cold, luckily. There's plenty of space here. I'm 6'2" and it feels wonderful. I guess we're gonna have to open it from the cabin. Yeah. We also have the smart keyless access as well, where you can just press this button right here and open the door, or all the doors. Of course, a typical Camry fashion trunk, plenty of space. You can put anything here, like suitcases, even a TV, no problem. And what I also like about the V6 version is that you got a dual exhaust in the back. And this car really is a sleeper for its era. It pulls beautifully on the freeway. I don't know if these are limited necessarily. I know they definitely get up to 125, that's for sure. We even have, apparently this is a hydraulic hood too, no stick. Amazing. Boom. Ta-da. I think it's closed. Yeah. So up front on the driver's seat, this car is 124,000 miles, and there's a little rip right here, and you can see that the seat was used more often than the back, which is, you know, normal for its age and miles. We got the left and right heated seats, dual zone climate control, so passenger, driver, you can all choose your temperature. Touchscreen GPS, and it's actually quite a decent map, you know. It's actually pretty good. You can zoom out if you want to. Lovely. And then if you want to insert a CD, you press load. Ta-da! And you can put your maps disc and your CDs in there and then close. And this all works, can you imagine, all these years later. Sunroof, a lighted visor, which also works. Home lane garage door opener, lights. Let's see, we got some more storage right here. Let's do a wiper washer test, horn test. You got the Bluetooth audio. I think this does have the Bluetooth audio, yep. JBL speakers, start engine stop button, auto driver's window, and also the XLE trims get this nice silver accent on the deflectors right here. And this speedometer is also a little bit different for the XLE versions. It has this bigger screen instead of the regular letters down below in the numbers. Very, very nice. Auto dimming mirror with a compass. We love that. It's a great feature to have when you're driving at night and somebody's blinding you from behind. But the most important thing is, I'm curious, is how this car will perform on a 100-degree day. It is very hot today. Super duper hot day. What I love about this Camry so far is the smooth throttle tip-in. It's smooth, torquey, and it's graceful. So unlike a lot of cars, there's no jerkiness. It just glides. And it's quiet too, very quiet. That's it, no effort whatsoever. Need some power? Wow. It pulls so hard. That is crazy. Unbelievable. Now this engine is really healthy. I can tell you that right up. Excellent motor. And it really pushes you into the seat. The front seats are great, comfortable, plush. So far it actually feels like a Lexus to me. It doesn't even feel like a Camry. It's so different from the LE, just feel wise, and it's smoother, it's more comfortable, it's quieter. It's supposedly the same model, you know, the Camry LE or the XLE, but this is so much better than the LE, like day and night. We also have a leather steering wheel too. It feels more luxurious than the one that comes in the LE, which is just plastic. It's freezing in the winter time, but this one is stellar. And again, 100-degree day, it's ice cold in the car. Love it. All right, let's do a quick run here. All right, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, no wheel spin. Alrighty, so we did 0 to 60 in 6.99 seconds by Dragy, and Racebox is 6.95, so that is the best time today. I already did another run before this. Unfortunately, I forgot to turn on my GoPro. I will attach it after I show the results of this run. This is run 2. I will show what I did on run 1, and I did a 7.04, I think. Let's see. But I'll post it up after we go over the numbers. 0 to 62, 7.28. 40 to 80, 6.67, and the 1/8 mile 9.8 at 73.28. So I did lose a little bit on the trap speed here. I did 75 on the trap speed the first time, so let's go to history. 0 to 60, and yes, 7.06 was the time. And then the 1/8 mile was, well, actually never mind, it was 9.8 at 75.75, and then the previous one was 9.89 at 75.29. So I actually gained the speed, never mind. It's just my Dragy's glitching really badly. Let's see what we got over here on the race box. We're gonna go into our history, drag. And here we did 76.88 miles an hour, so 6.95, 0 to 60. Well, there you have the performance of the Camry V6. And this summarizes the performance section of this test drive. All right, let's check out the U-turn radius of this Camry. really good U-turn, turns around perfectly. Let's give her gas. This is awesome. It literally drives like a Lexus. It's so quiet, so well insulated. You don't hear much road noise here either. And compared to the LE, it feels much more premium. I mean, they had to do something with this car that set it apart from the LE. And on a 99 100-degree day, it still pulls a sub 7 seconds 0 to 60. All these years later. Now, how cool is that? This is really a sleeper. I love this car. And the suspension here seems to be also very solid, like good struts and everything, and it doesn't even wheel hop that much compared to like the one that I drove, because that one was hopping. No, this is crazy. This is a crazy quick car. And what I also like about it is how well it sits on the road. Like, it's going 60, 70, and that's it. You can sit back, relax, put your hand like this or like this, and that's it. You don't need to do steering adjustments. The alignment here is excellent. What a nice car to drive. Absolutely love it. Go, 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 brother. Now we can go do some back road driving. Since we got the performance section taken care of, we know what it runs. We can now go do some back road driving. Love it. So on the back roads, still feels amazing. It's a smooth car like the Avalon and the ES. But this is actually one of the smooth cars that I actually really enjoy. awesome. This is absolutely awesome. You can feel that this is a heavier front-wheel drive car, nevertheless. But you know what? For being a front-wheel drive Camry, this is awesome. Brakes are still feeling okay, despite the quick stops. Let's come take this turn right here. Second gear into the turn-in. Let off the throttle for a bit into the turn. Awesome. Taking the turn, and there we go. There we go. Nice. You know, this is actually a blast to drive. Of course, it has a little bit of understeer here and there, but you know, this is a very nice handling barge. And I could seriously spin this V6. I just spin and spin it. It's so much fun to do. Very playful, rev happy, torquey, excellent mid-range pull. This is a beast. This car is an absolute beast. Now I just gotta let the brakes cool off a bit after some spirited driving like this. You know, even after all of these stops, the brakes still feel okay. You know, you can tell they're getting heated up, but it's not bad compared to some other like cars in this class. And this may very well be one of the most fun to drive midsize sedans of that era. Specifically the XLE version, because it feels like a Lexus. Not the LE, but the XLE. Not even the SE. I like this more than the LE or the SE. It's way better to drive. Let's do a U-turn here real quick. You know, like I said, pretty good U-turn radius. No, but for real though, this is so good. The real advantage of this car is when you're on the highway and you're trying to pass, you know, like a lot of cars on a one lane or just driving on the highway. This is a perfect setup. It's got excellent mid-range pull and up top. Amazing, just amazing. And the crazy part about this Camry is it actually makes you feel like you're driving some kind of rocket ship. You feel everything in the cabin and in the seat. You feel every bit of acceleration, everything. You could be sitting in like a modern, I don't know, like SUV or something. You'd be doing the same 7 seconds to 60. But there you just be like, you know, sipping on your coffee, chilling. You're not gonna really feel much. But here you feel every bit of it. It feels very fast. Things are just flying around the cabin. The way it lurches forward is just something else. It's so immediate. I gotta say, this has to be one of my favorite mid-size sedan drives that I've done so far. I don't know, this car just, despite just being a Camry, it actually really puts a smile on my face. Like, I enjoy driving it, it's fun. This is a lot of power. Like, it can definitely play with any Charger RTs or whatever other Explorer STs and other powerful cars. It can do that, no problem. Especially once you're in that right gear and you're at 4,000 RPM, you punch it, oh, it's going. Good luck catching it and passing it, as I would say. Even if you're driving, you know, one of them Elantrans or whatever, and you know how to drive this Camry and you put in the right gear and you punch it, well, the Elantra's gonna have a fun time trying to get you. So, yeah. Yeah, this is a sleeper right here. A proper sleeper. To you, my viewers, what would you get? Would you get this Camry V6? Would you get the Accord V6? Or would you get the Altima V6? Or the Malibu V6? Fusion V6? Just looking back, there's so many different options on the market just 10 years ago. Can you imagine, like 15 years ago, you had so many cars to choose from. You had a Subaru Legacy 3.6 or Outback 3.6. You had a Mazda 6 V6. So you were pretty much surrounded with choice all around you, left and right. You could choose anything you want. But now, unfortunately, there's no more Camry V6. There's no more Altima V6. Which I honestly think is pretty sad, because these were actually really fine cars. They're fun to drive, they had reliable engines, very powerful. You know, of course the modern 4-cylinders can, you know, push out 250, 280, 300 horsepower. Heck, the Mercedes even pushes out like 420 or something with their, I think, hybrid system. But this is the fun car. This is what puts a smile on your face, hearing this V6 sing its melody. But thank you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, and till next time.